I'm going to show you an awesome little accessory program to target your rotator cuff as well as your shoulder blade muscles to help you get strong overhead. This by no means is an end-all be-all. You should also be hitting just shoulder blade strength with regular rows and T's and W's and Y's, as well as any other pulling, pushing, strengthening, and then definitely eventually apply this to overhead pressing activities. So here's a little routine to get that cuff and that scap going. You can use this as a movement prep warm-up routine, just doing 5 to 10 reps of all of them, or you can do 3 to 5 sets through this as a circuit, really smoke the rotator cuff and the shoulder blade. The importance of this is just having your shoulder move well so that there's optimal space within it as you're performing overhead. So we start out with our rotator cuff burnouts. You get a little bit of daylight in your shoulders there, wrists as wide as elbows, rotate just outside of it, just back 2, and you just go there. And so I'm trying to rotate, not flat. So rotating. Then you come up to 45 degrees, rotate. Okay, then you're gonna go ahead and do some wall slides. You could either use a wall where you're sliding up, or you can just do it in open space. You get your wrists as wide as your elbows, and then you go up, press overhead, and then back down. And so I usually keep this one not going fully overhead, but you can go all the way overhead with it as well. So usually I keep it where my forearms would be flat on the wall. So 5 to 10 of those guys. Then we go ahead and grab our band that's anchored here, and we start out with just some face pulls. So a face pull, you're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades back, rotate those hands back a little bit. You can choose to go a heavier band where you get more shoulder blade squeeze and just a little bit of rotation, or you can force yourself to rotate all the way back. Okay, so those are the face pulls, and then lastly, we're just gonna go and apply that to an overhead press. So you basically row back, rotate back, press overhead, trying not to lose the hand staying back in that nice overhead pattern, and then repeat. Cool. Applying those last two is really gonna get your rotator cuff and shoulder blades going. You can modify it and just do those face pulls or just do those last band resisted overhead presses. So that will be an awesome way to kind of get your strength going with some overhead press strength, as well as all the other supplemental strength stuff I mentioned.